Alright YouTube, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Gopole or a type of boom pole for longboarding or skiing or any type of sport like that where you're going to want to be able to have the camera pointed at you and you can film yourself. This is fairly cheap, costed me about $5 and that's everything, and it mounts. It might cost you about $12 if you have a GoPro, but that's still really cheap. So I'm going to tell you everything you need. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. It looks kind of shitty, but it works. It gets the job done. You can always spray paint it black. Mine's blue, which I will probably spray paint. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but so yeah, and it works great. If you want to see an example of how stable it is, I didn't use it with a good camera, so don't think quality has nothing to do with how stable this is. So remember that. And I have another video, I'll link it right here or something, right there, of where to find it. So the hardware costed about $1, and then this is a broom pole, costed about $2 at a thrift store. And so these are all the things you're going to need. You're going to need 4 rubber grommets. You can find them at any hardware store. They're basically, I have no idea actually what they're used for, but what I used them for was to damper any shaking and keep it more stable, and it works great. You're going to need 4 1/4 of an inch nuts. You're going to need 2 washers, same size. They don't have to be too big, just as big as the grommets. Then you're going to need a 1/4 of an inch screw. You could just screw on there like that. See how that works? So okay, so it works. I mean, boom. Okay, another thing is you're gonna want to have I'll list in the description everything you need. Okay, very important, it has to be threaded all the way to the top. If it's threaded halfway, it's not gonna work. You're gonna get frustrated. Don't do it. Okay, so after you get that, that's like $2. Go buy one of these. You can do this with the ski pole too. But the reason that this is better than using a ski pole and a handlebar mount for GoPro is because it's more versatile. Alright, next you have the hardware, which is $2. Go buy a broom pole. It's ugly, but you can paint it. This was like $2 at a thrift store down the street. I knew they'd have something, went there. Okay, now you're gonna need a drill. You need one of these. It could be any kind of drill as long as it has some power. And you're gonna need drill bits. And it's very important that you don't just drill a giant hole, or not giant, but 1/4 of an inch. Don't jump to that because it'll probably crack the aluminum. And it's pretty light, by the way. But yeah, you just need to start slow and keep stepping it up. That's a random drill bit. Anything works. Alright. So once you have that, you need to drill a hole. And I'll show you right now. And I didn't have a 1/4 of an inch drill bit. I had every size but that size, and that's fine. I just went a size smaller, and I kind of moved it around, and it worked. So that, if you can see it right there. Alright, so that's how that works. So you need to put 3 bolts on this side, and that's going to keep it from sliding down, because it will slide down. So you put 3 bolts right next to each other, put it through after you've drilled it, then do not put it through. You put those 3 down, you put a washer just to keep the grommet from sliding around and getting messed up from the bolt or the nut. So once you have that, it should look just like that. I'll let it focus. Focusing. Alright, so it should look just like that. Then you put it through, and you're gonna have to adjust how much up on the screw it is, but if it's the same exact size screw, it needs to be about a finger width down from the threads or the top. So you put that through, and that's going to be very important. So pay attention. Okay, so you have that, and that's just, that rubber grommet is going to keep it stable on the contact patches. Next, going to need another rubber grommet, another washer. You slide it down, bam, you're almost done. Alright, next, you need a bolt. Why do I keep calling these bolts? They're nuts. You need a nut. You just slide it on there. So once you have it on there, you need, this is the important part. You need to tighten this down pretty tight, or it's going to be wobbly, and you don't want that. So you can finger tighten it. You don't have to worry about that. Make sure you tighten the right one. Tighten them both evenly. Alright, see, or else it's just going to thread through. Okay, so now you have that. Sorry about my phone going off. Okay, so next you need, where'd they go? Okay, all you need now is 2 grommets. Rubber grommets. See how it's going to show just a tiny little bit of the bolt. That's what you need, because if it doesn't, it's going to have excess, and the rubber grommets are not going to damper any vibrations or shakiness. So you need to actually have less than that, because you want it to squeeze down on the grommets. Alright, so now you have that. It's gonna, you're going to need to adjust a little bit, dial it in, but that's fine. Once you have it like this, you're done. You can attach a GoPro tripod mount to that, slap your GoPro on there. You can shorten it with a hacksaw if you have a wide or a fisheye lens. Just, you know, make it fit your setup, and that's it. That's all you have to do. If you're having any problems or questions, just ask me. I'll answer them if I can, and that's it.